Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say...
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, the Sactownpackhound, and today we're doing something a little different. I'm not ripping any products. I just want to go over my personal thoughts of the Nationals. It was the very first one that I had ever been to. I know a lot of people that have been, they kind of told me what to expect, but just from my personal experience, I just want to tell you my opinion. So there was a lot of really positive things. There was also quite a few negative things, unfortunately, and I just want to be 100% transparent and let you guys know if anybody's thinking about going in the future, kind of what to expect. So, number one, before we even got to the Nationals, me and Mrs. Packhound were extremely fortunate to be invited to go to a Cleveland Guardians game by We The Hobby. And that's one of the main things that I wanted to start this off with, is that they're the only people that I'm going to name personally in this video. I was able to meet some influencers, and for the most part, I was unfortunately pretty disappointed in a lot of them, with the exception of We The Hobby. We The Hobby is, in my opinion, the standard of which this hobby needs to try to be like. And I met everybody from the breakers to some of the top guys. They were extremely humble, extremely gracious, sat there. Everybody talked with us. Nobody treated us like, they were better than us. They even put us on one of their streams, in the middle of the National. But more than anything, they took the time to get to know us. And unfortunately, I cannot say the same about a lot of the people there, especially the really big names. Granted, I know they got a lot of stuff to do, but most of them just kind of seemed to, unless you were another huge name, really didn't want to talk to you or hold a conversation. But from my experience in this hobby, it's kind of on par for the course, unfortunately. Again, We The Hobby, absolutely amazing, man. Connor, Saint Nick, Nate, Tyler, Justin, huge thank you to you guys. I saw the way that you guys interacted with everybody on all 3 days that I was there, and you guys are definitely something, like I said, that us up-and-comers can kind of strive to be like. So thank you guys so much. Some of the other things, I have done a lot of shows, and I think one of the worst things that I encountered was the Wi-Fi, and everybody there was talking about it. You couldn't get anything on your phone. You couldn't get comps. You couldn't look up cards. Even the streamers were having trouble lagging, and it was the worst Wi-Fi situation I've ever encountered. So if you guys were at the Nationals, let me know if you had any luck or if you were having the same problems. There was quite a few things that Mrs. Packhound and myself were trying to do, events and stuff where you had to scan a QR code in order to participate. And not just us, but almost everybody that we saw come up couldn't participate because they couldn't even get reception to scan the code. So unfortunately, that was a bad thing. Another thing was parking. We paid extra, as did a lot of other people, for the VIP pass. One of the perks of the VIP pass was you got VIP parking. Well, there was such a hassle, I guess, on the first day with traffic being backed up that they just said screw it, and they let anybody park anywhere. So like 99% of the people that were in the VIP parking did not have the VIP pass. So you kind of felt like you just got lied to just to pay extra money, which is what it turned into, because we ended up having to park so far away with the VIP pass that we were walking like 10 minutes just to get from our parking spot to the door. One of the things I really did like and I loved was the history inside that building. Some of the stuff that they had on display, and not just like, PSA and, Ken Golden and, all like the huge guys in, the business and companies, but just a lot of the vendors. There was so much, stuff from the 1900s, uniforms, gloves, a lot of baseball, jerseys, it's cleats, anything that you could think of, helmets. It was amazing just to see. The first day, all that Mrs. Packhound and I did was walk around and kind of take it in. I got one card the first day, that was it. And as you could see, I don't know if you can, but we came home with a couple hundred cards. But buying was difficult. We were very fortunate that we were able to find it was really about 5 or 6 people that I was, able to make a lot of big deals with. Unfortunately, as is with most shows, a lot of people had their cards priced astronomically. Not that I could look up comps, but because I am familiar enough with enough of these cards that I pretty much know the comps right away. And when I would look at a card that was $400 and they would have it priced for literally $850, it was just crazy. Also, to me, as somebody that sets up at a lot of shows, to be given the opportunity to set up at a show like that, I believe comes with some graciousness. You should portray yourself in a certain way. And unfortunately, there was many vendors that I went to where they were just rude. And granted, I know they're dealing with a ton of people. I know how that gets. But we're talking on like day 2. We're not talking on like the last day of the show. It was like day 2. The one thing that I wish there was more of a selection. Like I said, in my opinion, there was probably 80% vintage baseball, or just vintage in general, but specifically baseball. The modern cards, it was slim pickings, I would say. And the tables that did have them, there were so many people there. It was very difficult just to be able to get in there and really look. There was some amazing artwork there that were done by some true artists. We will have a video coming out of all of our days there at the National. It was amazing as far as like visually, just the stuff that you could see, rub elbows with everybody. I literally walked right past Ken Golden, which is crazy. He's one of the biggest people in the hobby world. Didn't get a chance to speak to him because he had about a 350-pound bodyguard making sure no one disturbed him as he made his way through the show. But him being who he is, I could totally understand that. Last thing that really sucked was the food. We didn't even get a chance to eat, because if you wanted to eat, you were gonna stand in line for like an hour, and I didn't want to waste my time standing in line. There was just too much to see. It was an experience I'll never forget. It takes a lot to get me on a plane. I am not a big plane person, but it was definitely worth it. We stayed at the Crown Plaza downtown, and it was literally 2 blocks away from the Cleveland Guardians Stadium. The Cleveland Guardians Stadium, you guys. Cleveland may not be the best town in the world, but that stadium is one of the most beautiful stadiums I have ever seen. It is amazing. If you guys ever get a chance, check that stadium out. You will not be disappointed. It was absolutely amazing. We did get some crazy pickups. I am going to make another short of my 10 favorite pickups of the show. I picked up a ton of downtowns. I picked up some really crazy ones, but my goal going to the National was, more than anything else, I wanted to get a Kobe Bryant autograph. It's something that it's getting harder and harder to get. Obviously, he won't be signing anymore, unfortunately, and it's something that I wanted to get to go on my, PC. I PC very few things. The only things that I PC are either extremely high value cards that I don't think are going to be going down in value. Tom Brady rookies, Patrick Mahomes rookies, stuff like that. A lot of the stuff I have in my PC is stuff that people give me. If somebody gives me something, I don't care if it's a $2 card, it's going in my PC and it'll never be sold. And one of my favorite things that I got down there, Connor from We The Hobby, huge Chargers fan. I gave him a couple of cards. I'm not going to say what they were, but I gave him a couple of cards. And he actually gave me not the craziest card in the world, but can't beat a Bo Jackson downtown. That will never be sold. That will be in my PC forever. So, you know, all in all, I don't know if I'll ever go to another national unless I'm setting up. It was too many people. It was difficult to get around. It was difficult to, and it was a huge space. The IX Center, like, they hold massive car shows in that place. They have an amusement park. My Mrs. Packhound is from Cleveland, so she was very familiar with the building. And the size of that thing is outrageous. And it was still difficult to get around, especially in the Whatnot area. The Whatnot breaking area was separated from most of the show. And I think that was a great idea. But it was difficult to get around. But, you know, all in all, it's an experience that I'm so thankful for. I saw some things I never thought I would be able to see. I was disappointed in a lot of the people that I met, unfortunately, but I was also surprised, you know what I'm saying, by some. There were some that were amazing. A lot of breakers on Whatnot were there. A lot of them that I personally, you know what I'm saying, buy from. And quite a few of them actually came up to us and introduced themselves, and that's what I love about the hobby. It is like a huge family, and for those that have not got too big, you know, they have not forgot that. And I really liked it. I love seeing the amount of kids there, which is what I've been in all my videos. I tell you guys, that's what we need in this hobby, is kids getting back involved in this. And there was a lot of them there, so it was great to see that. All in all, you guys know I do my scales. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a low 6. But for those of you that were there, let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you guys think I'm bugging, but let me know what you guys thought about the overall national experience. Was it what you expected? Was it better? Was it worse? What did you like? What did you not like? What could they do better? I know instead of giving away a Cybertruck, they could probably get some better Wi-Fi. That's my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. I do have a couple videos coming out with some product that I got from the National. So let me know what you guys want to see next. Let me know what you guys want to see rip next. I appreciate you guys. If you have not already, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Follow us on Whatnot for some fire content. And until next time, it's your boy, Sactownpackhound. Let's get it.